this is your first time watching me, hi, my name is Gia, and I post all types of videos from Costco hauls, working mommy tips, a financial related video every Friday. So make sure you hit that subscribe button down below so you can get notified every time I post a new video. And for those who are already subscribed, thanks for coming back. So today we are talking about Thanksgiving, guys. Thanksgiving is a little less than 3 weeks away, okay? Yes, can you believe that? It's less than 3 weeks away. And I absolutely love Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is hands down my favorite holiday because it involves two of my favorite things, which are food and family and friends. So really 3 things. So and plus it's a time to just reflect and be grateful for everything that you have and everything that you're blessed with, especially when it comes to health and family and support systems and friends and wealth, you know. So, and I'm not talking monetary wealth, I'm just talking about a wealth, like a wealthy life, you know, with great health, like I said, prosperity. So I love Thanksgiving. I absolutely love it. And as you can see, we usually have a very large spread for Thanksgiving. And all of the food that you see now on the screen, I posted a video last year called Thanksgiving Prep, and I show some of the recipes that I used to create some of those dishes, as well as my timeline prep, because you know I had to work last Thanksgiving. I did not take any time off for Thanksgiving, so all I had was Thursday and Friday off, and to cook a whole lot of food and not be overwhelmed and feel like so drained and tired on actually Thanksgiving Day. I share my tips for that. So if you're interested, you can click this box that's on the screen, and I will also insert a card if you're on a mobile device. But yeah, I just share some of my tips and tricks to just stay ahead of the game, to keep your energy up, and to make several dishes, especially when you have to work that week as well. Thanksgiving can be really expensive, and actually the average cost for the Thanksgiving dinner in 2015 was $50.11. Some people spend way more than that, some people spend less, but that was the average. And for one dinner for a family, especially when they're you know, working on their financial journey or working their way out of debt, that can be pretty expensive. So I'm gonna share with you a few things that you can do to try to save money when it comes to preparing a Thanksgiving meal. But first I wanna say that for me and my family, what we do is we create sinking funds at the beginning of the year, and we save for holiday food and decor. That is my sinking fund that I have that pertains to Thanksgiving dinner. And so I have one sinking fund that's just specifically for holiday food and holiday decor. I don't buy decor every year, but I do get a little bit crazy with Christmas decorations. So I always make sure that I have money in that sinking fund in case I do want to buy something this year. But when it comes to Thanksgiving food, like I pretty much know how much it's gonna cost, and I plan for that for the entire year. If you don't know what a sinking fund is, you can click this box right here, and I will also insert a card, but it's basically a little mini savings that you set aside each month so that when it's time to make a big purchase or it's time for you to use that cash, you have it already saved. And it's a way to not be strapped so bad in that current month. So we know that November and December, usually we spend a lot of money during that time of year for the holidays and for gatherings and parties and, you know, gifts and everything and food. So it's good to prepare for that all year round so that you don't have to take such big hits in November and December with that. So if you're interested to learn how I budget for all of that, you can click this box here, and I will also insert a card, but it's all through zero-based budgeting. So let's get to the tips. I also want to say that, you know, the grocery stores, they tend to mark up a lot of the food that, you know, it's geared towards Thanksgiving during the month of November. So like cranberry sauce will jump up. The price of cranberry sauce, the price of like chicken stock and butter and sugar, just your normal things would really take a hike up in November because, you know, companies know that people need these things and people want these things for their Thanksgiving meal. So you have to be aware of that and be conscious, be a conscious shopper, which is pretty much what my last 2 Debt-Free Friday videos have been about. You could click either one of these boxes and I will also insert a card, but it's all about being a conscious shopper during the holidays. So let's get into these tips. One of the biggest ways you could save money, because when I tell you guys, it can be very, very expensive when you have a large gathering of people and you have to feed a lot of people for a large Thanksgiving meal. It could be very expensive. So one of the things that you could do if you have a lot of people coming over and you're hosting is to have everybody bring a side dish, and then you can supply maybe the main dishes, or the main courses, and the meats like the turkey or prime rib if you have it, or ham. You can supply that, and then everyone else brings their own favorite Thanksgiving side dish. And that way, you know, there's not as much stress on you and to, you know, cook everything and manage everything. It's hard. I'll have to make a separate video about managing your oven time for a large meal, but that way it takes a lot of the stress off of you. So if you have everyone bring their favorite side dish, it's cost effective and brings for less stress. Number 2, start stocking up on your food that you need early, the non-perishable items. I think I talked about that in my last Costco haul. If you missed my last Costco haul, you can click this box here and I will also insert a card. But, you know, start buying butter when you see it on sale and freeze it. Buy your sugar if you see it on sale. What else is non-perishable? Stock up on some chicken stock. You know, just some of the things that you know you're gonna need. Start stocking up, and if you can, buy in bulk, especially if you know you're hosting for a large amount of people. Buy in bulk, so that way it will reduce a little bit of the cost for you. Again, if you buy the butter and sugar and stuff like that and just put it away or freeze the butter, it will save you from having to buy so much like that week before Thanksgiving. Number 3 is to cook homemade. You know, for me, like I make a sausage dressing every year, and it's a cornbread dressing, but I make my own cornbread. I make my own breadcrumbs for it. I don't buy the boxed stuffing mix because I just like to make my own. And not only does it taste better, in my opinion, it also saves money because those kind of things add up. You know, if you can make your own gravy, make your own gravy from your turkey drippings. Make your own rolls, homemade rolls, and people really appreciate that, and you can really, really taste the difference in homemade items versus store-bought items. Make your own sweet potato souffle, make your own candied yams. Don't buy any of that canned stuff, especially for Thanksgiving. And if it sounds daunting to you, maybe you're not that confident of a cook, or maybe you feel like that's just too hard, guys, there are so many videos here on YouTube that show you how to do and make a Thanksgiving meal in a really simple, easy way. So you definitely search for it on YouTube or search for it on Pinterest. Some of the most talented cooks are here on YouTube, and they're able to really break it down in a way that's easy for you to understand and easy for you to follow. And, you know, try it out. You know, you only know if you try, you know, so definitely try to make some more homemade stuff if you can. Now, it does take a little bit more time, but to me, it's worth it for the cost savings and for the taste. Number 4 is to eat the leftovers, okay? We make a large spread, as you saw, and we eat the leftovers. You know, like my mom may like to take more of the turkey because I know she likes to make a soup, or sometimes she likes to make open-faced turkey sandwiches, and sometimes I'll take more of the ham because my kids love ham. We can make sandwiches out of that. You can make yourself a turkey cranberry sandwich. There are so many videos on that. The Food Network has shows where the different shows will show how you can use your leftover Thanksgiving dishes for different things so that you don't get tired of eating it. But eat the leftovers. Definitely don't waste that food because it costs money and you put your heart and soul in making it homemade. So you want to make sure that people eat it. So definitely eat the leftovers. You should have leftovers for at least a day or two after Thanksgiving. And like I said, you could jazz it up by making it differently, reheating it differently, or pairing different sides with it. So you definitely want to eat leftovers because, you know, you don't want to waste all that food. And number 5 is to not overcook. Okay? If you know your family's not gonna eat a certain dish, like for me, I know my family's not gonna eat green bean casserole, so I just won't make it. You know, we just like regular green beans. So, you know, don't feel like you have to have certain dishes, you know, on your table because everybody else has it. You know, if your family doesn't like turkey, don't make turkey. Make some other type of meat or make some other type of dish. You know, don't feel like you have to cook, you know, a turkey or have cranberry sauce because those are traditional Thanksgiving dishes. No, cook what your family likes to eat and what they will eat, you know, so that way you don't waste the food. And also, don't overcook. If you know your family's not going to eat leftovers, then only make enough for that sitting, for everyone to have enough food for their one, you know, sitting, whether they have 1 or 2 plates. You know, make enough food, just enough food so that you're not overcooking or you're not feeling like, you know, you have way too much food left over. Because wasting food to me is the worst. There's just way too many hungry people in this world to waste any food. So definitely try not to overcook. But that's it, guys. I would love for you to leave the comments down below. I learned so much from you guys. Any kind of Thanksgiving tips that you have for time management, for cost savings, to save money, to save time, to save yourself from being stressed, leave them down below. I learned so much from you guys, and read the comments because you can learn from each other. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, click that button down below, and you can also check out my previous videos here. You can also check me out on all my social media platforms, all listed down below. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great weekend. Bye.